this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. When I hit that. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. New England Patriots versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green.
Coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in at 15-0, 1 win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They'll have Cam Newton calling the shots, the big man under center at 6'5", nearly 250 pounds.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
I guess we'll postpone our flights. Great. Hello. Hi. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll send them. The Carson Chris.
Menu narration option is set to off.
We should celebrate. What do you even mind? Well, actually,
having a little, party at his restaurant.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Finding Harris over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. A slant to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. Call it no gain there on the first down play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Newton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First and goal from just inside the 5. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Packers 5-yard line.
Michel going to try again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
By the Packers.
Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
15 yards on the play, first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The numbers for Jones last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch, because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a gain.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Adams. Their first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen... To this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? The numbers a week ago for Michel. 17 carries, 67 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
46-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake to Michel, now Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one good for 26 and a first down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Sony Michel.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again, Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number 1. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game defensively. They have a big challenge on their hands. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
9-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
13 yards, first down, Packers.
First down, Packers.
On first down, Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was taken.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 13-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Jones, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over
The sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Crosby for the point after.
Is there something
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
just one Christmas with you? That's a stay. For this person, it's no Christmas after that. There's too much to lose. I have to protect Chloe. Wait a second, she's never been had yet. She didn't be close.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up
second and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. It's caught. Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
On second down, Michel. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the gun on third down, Newton. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene.
That's good.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Sony Michel.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
On the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Newton got a man open. That's Harry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's a
New England on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's third and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
There to stop him, Juwan Bentley. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down at his...
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
To Ronald Jones.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Rodgers. And off the deflection, it's caught. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The 2nd down completion got them 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Patriots 7.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Here's Robinson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The last
The
few
Patriots
days,
offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And I think
the
you
first
feel the
half,
same.
there really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And I've been trying to put my finger on it, and I've been trying to figure out what to say to you
back in this game or not.
and how to say it.
Buying time to his left. The left side
And I think
completion
you
to
just have to say
Jones.
it like this.
And he's going to be taken down
but
here
I'm
with a
tired.
penalty flag on the
I am
field.
worn out. I am fed up. I've
That's a
had
good chunk of
enough
yardage that's going to be canceled out.
of exposing corruption, doing our homework, going overseas and having documents translated to make sure they're exactly right, presenting the evidence. We know what's happening. And once we expose it, nothing happens. No one goes to jail. Nobody pays for a damn thing anymore.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll get down to Michel, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
That catch good for only a couple. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He'll get this underneath to Michel.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. A busy final day of the regular season, so let's get to it. We'll kick things off with a trip up to Ford Field. Detroit hosting Chicago in an NFC North battle. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my Apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll go again to Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Down at the 26.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Oh, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
At the Patriots 7-yard line.
This is Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from Pater. From the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
Me and Tina know each other. We met last night and just now, but 3rd time's a charm. Nice to see you again.
I'm sorry, my mother jumped the gun. Our HR person vets all new employees, including seasonal help, so feel free to fill out an application and we'll call you. We suggest you prefer
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
That's that. His work is magic into Princeton, Washington, and playing Santa. You haven't seen the Red Suit yet.
Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Robinson. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their halftime hold now.
Jesse can always share the duties, but Meredith load. Plus, playing Mrs. Claus requires a certain temperament.
Hang on. Who are you to say what I should or shouldn't do?
Oh, so you want to play Mrs. Claus?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I just want to know why it's such a strange idea.
Well, I don't know you, as you made abundantly clear yesterday, but based on first impressions, kids don't exactly seem like your forte. And generally, they're the ones lined up to see Santa.
Well, I love children.
You do?
Sure, when they're well behaved.
Well, you can't put restrictions on like that.
Why not? Santa does it every year when he threatens to make that list and check it twice to find out who's been naughty or nice.
I'll tell you what, if you can handle playing Mrs. Claus, I will gladly eat my words.
I look forward to it.
Great, I'll see you at the Santville orientation tonight.
I'll be there with bells on. This is my office.
And I'm leaving. So to summarize, the elves will help Mrs. Claus entertain the kids and take the pictures. Anything to add, Mrs. Claus?
Yes, actually. Remember, everything on display is for sale, so there's no reason why a child should leave empty-handed. And there are 18 more shopping days until Christmas. Let's make them count.
Okay, not what I was expecting. Okay, everyone, before you go, there's just one last thing.
Even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. Give him 42 yards on the ground. 2-yard line. Newton on first down.
And that one complete to Keene, the tight end.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the Packers' 29-yard line.
Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, 30, 20, 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Robinson.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Tate's got it. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 50, Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, Newton. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Newton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now after the sack, Cam of the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And now look at him go. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. 3rd down pass. Throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it.
How do you know that? Oh, I know everything. And I know when you've been naughty. So if you know so much, how come Santa hangs out in the store when he should be busy making toys? Explain that to me, Mrs. Claus. Well, Santa doesn't actually make the toys. He flies back to the North Pole every night to check on the elves who make the toys. So he flies back to the North Pole every night. That's what I said. Can you prove it?
Just to the wrong team, and it cost him 6 points.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to...
promise not to tell anyone.
I promise.
Okay.
What did you say to them?
The end zone for the pick six.
Suffice to say, Tyler,
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Robinson. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, Newton. A slant to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Takeovers 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And you've got to imagine the celebration is already well underway. Smiles on that sideline. Still a little time left, but 16-0 appears to almost be a certainty now. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Jones, the ball carrier.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles.
Yeah, well, the Wall Street Journal is right to say we deserve to have an accurate count, and we deserve to ask questions when there are really serious affidavits out there making serious allegations. That's exactly right. And just to put this into context, the average election, a national election in 2016, there was about a 1% rejection rate of mail-in ballots. 1%. Now, in several of these states, the numbers we see coming in Georgia, for example, there's a 0.2% rejection rate. You would expect to have a higher rejection rate in a lot of these races where there were a ton of new mail-in votes. So why this election are all of a sudden more mail-in votes being counted? There are real questions here. The recount is a great next step in Georgia, as are these lawsuits. We just want answers. The American people deserve to be able to ask questions. Yeah, well, the Wall Street Journal is right to say we deserve to have an accurate count, and we deserve to ask questions when there are really serious affidavits out there making serious allegations. That's exactly right. And just to put this into context, the average election, a national election in 2016, there was about a 1% rejection rate of mail-in ballots. 1%. Now, in several of these states, the numbers we see...
28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun, Newton, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Newton's pass complete to Sony Michel. It's a gain of 7.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Newton. To Michel on the dump off. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 17, Newton.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and 2, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A good gain there on first down. That keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Packers.
The ball carrier,
Ronald Jones, 84 yards. And the Packers continue to roll. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as